Hi, welcome to our Wellness Billion podcast hosted by myself, Karim Amor, a deep tech entrepreneur and author for more than 30 years.
And myself, Yassine Amor, his son, as you understood pretty well, a wellness content creator for more than 5 years with a following of over 2 million people across social media.
Well, why did Yassine and I decided to undertake this voyage toward wellness with you guys? It's because mainly I've been struggling for about 30 years after a brain tumor operation, and I decided to take my life into my hands and practice wellness on a daily basis. And after only 25 years of practicing it, I found out I had diabetes and hypertension. So something was going on. So I wondered myself what this was happening, and I decided to dig deeper. That's what we're going to do together with Yassine, with you guys.
And as I'm his son, obviously I've been embedded with wellness and healthy eating, healthy habits from a young age. When I was 12 years old, actually, he saw me one day, it was my birthday, and he saw me eating a piece of cake. And he said, okay, it's your birthday, that's fine. But then I went for the second and the third and the fourth, and then he started screaming at me saying, no, this is not healthy. And from that day, my conscience completely switched, and thanks to him, I began more healthy, I lost weight, and I began my healthy practices every single day. And that's what I'm showing and teaching actually on my social media to millions of people.
Well, listening to Yassine, you might think, well, those two guys, they get along together every day, like they're getting in line to whatever wellness practice available. Well, that's not the case, because at the end of the day, Yassine and I happen to have some, I wouldn't say conflicts, but different opinions about things. And not only about wellness, by the way, but several things, thanks God. And we want to share with you this kind of double vision of each generation. I feel that I have a mindset that brings me up to the future of my health, being 50 and over.
And talking about differences, I've been fighting with him for calories in, calories out. For me, the simple concept is calories in, calories out. You want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, it's all about calories in, calories out. But he's been teaching me and he's been telling me all the time, no, but there's certain calories that count, other calories that are different. So all the time we're fighting about this, and that's what makes actually the beauty of the discussion we always have every time. I swear, every single time I go for dinner at his, which is not my place anymore because I moved, but my parents' place, it's all about healthy. Oh, but why are you eating this? Why are you eating that? What's your goal today? And all of that. So this fight, it's kind of exciting, and that's why we want to share it with you, because I know that every single generation, the Gen Z, Gen X, Millennial, Baby Boomer, like my dad, has a different point of view about what you eat, what you do, how you train, and everything. And it's very important to have different perspectives so we can learn from each other.
And that's precisely because we might have some differences in our point of view that we wanted to do this podcast to present 3 major topics with guests that we're going to bring together to be able to exchange information and news with you. So the first part of the information will be about the wellness and the last technologies on wellness. The second part of the podcast will be about how we can bring wellness into our business on a daily life. And the third part will be, which is very important to my heart and Yassine's heart more and more, is about the dynamic of AI getting into our life, making us another kind of human being, an increased human being, and that's the purpose of my book, Renaissance Now.
It's weird, right? There's like my dad knowing a lot about AI and telling me and teaching me actually about AI, knowing that my generation is supposedly the one who knows the most about AI. But personally, every time I talk with him, he's always teaching me new AI tools, new practices, and all of that. And that's the fun of it, because maybe his generation doesn't know that much about AI. And my generation knows more about AI. But I personally think that he's teaching me a lot and can teach you guys a lot about AI, especially into wellness, because this podcast is all about wellness, knowing that wellness is kind of the seed of everything. I always say something on my social media. We only have one place where we obliged to live in. It's our body. If you take care of your body, you have a highway to go. You feel good. After you work out, you feel good. After a good meal, you feel good. Knowing that if you eat something bad, automatically you feel like crap. Anyways, tune in for the podcast. We're gonna have a lot of fun together. As you may see, we have different point of views, and that's the beauty of this podcast, because we don't want to have only a simple conversation with like father and son. No, we want to challenge ourselves. We want to really bring this connection, this different point of views, not only from him and from me, but from other guests that we're going to bring from my generation and from his generation as well.
Yes, and we'll discuss about article that just went out and that makes the noise, and talk about different angles about those articles, and see how we can bring those articles into discussions to be able to see the point of view of the Gen Z and all the generations Yassine talked about, and our millennium generation and baby boomers generation. And we might bring you the best of information that you need to know to make it a perspective podcast.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button, because you don't want to miss those episodes. Welcome to the Wellness Billion podcast.